Fala galera, aqui quem fala é o Medroso e hoje trazendo pra vocês mais um vídeo. E dessa vez estamos de volta aqui na nossa série de Alan Wake, já começando no meio da loucura, tá ligado? Porque no último vídeo já começou para os malucos lá dos rock and roll. Curto muito rock and roll, mas tô vendo que vou tomar flag em todo o vídeo de Alan Wake a partir de agora, porque nessa parte aqui toca muita música, então fudeu. Não, com manuscrito.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Show.
We're on a comeback tour, baby!
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Face the music, Perch. It's time to
Ah, eu
pay the
fiquei aqui esperando pra nada.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses.
Vamos foi. Tem uma porta aberta aqui.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Vamos escutar então.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Bem, aquele negócio ali que ela falou ali no coisa é meio que uma verdade, eu posso garantir. Nunca, cara, nunca leve problema pessoal pro trabalho e nunca leve problema do trabalho pra vida pessoal, cara. Isso dá uma merda desgraçada, velho. Eu já levei muito problema pessoal e, nossa, quase várias vezes fiz besteira. Hoje em dia, graças à minha esposa mesmo, que ela nunca deixava barato, tá ligado? Ela sentava, conversava e, meu, eu só tenho a agradecer a ela mesmo. É uma pessoa incrível, minha esposa. E, cara, nunca faça isso. Se você faz isso, cara, pare e peça desculpa pra quem você ama, porque é realmente complicado, é algo horrível, cara. A pessoa se sente um lixo, é foda. Não faça isso. Não seja um Alan Wake. Bem, vamos pro manuscrito.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Ok. Beleza. Pra sala. Oi?
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Ele roubou.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Beleza, temos que sair daqui. Ah, porra! Não é por aqui. Também não é por aqui. É sim.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Ah, tá. Aqui. Agora diminuiu o bagulho e ficou 3. Corre, Alan, corre. Pô, ele cansa na metade do caminho, tá ligado? Filha da mãe, que cagaço. Beleza, sinalizador. Porra. É isso aí. Pra cá. Manuscrito.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Beleza. Sério? É sério
Want
mesmo?
access to
Só
thousands of
propaganda?
applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music
Ó,
and new
fazendo
favorites.
propaganda na cara dura no meio do
Social
bagulho,
networking,
foda-se.
sports.
Volta. Ui. Ué, e agora? E agora? Como é que eu vou fazer ela vir pra cá? Fechou assim. Ah, não, não, não. É pra cá mesmo. Porra, tá fechado. Ah, tá, é assim. Uhul!
I'm here!
Vamos lá.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Ah, se ferrar. É aqui. Fechou. Peguei bateria, peguei os bagulho. Bem, ele chamou, acho que é pra cá, né? Bem, não é pra cá não, é pra cá. Então aqui não tá esse portão. Não, agora é o labirinto. Labirinto. Oi? Opa! Munição, munição é bom, né, meu benevolados? Oh, caramba. Foda-se. Ui! Meu Deus do céu, filho da puta! Caralho, que cagaço. Beleza, o manuscrito.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Caramba. Tá bom, munição eu tenho. Eu não sei onde eles estão. Aí é bom. Não sei se é pra cá, não é pra cá não. Pra cá. Também não é. Droga. Não tem ninguém. Fechou. É pra cá ou pra lá? Acho que pra cá não tem nada, né? Botei. Ó, pro manuscrito.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. the idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Tranquileba. Vamos lá. Pera aí. Não tem nada, então é lá mesmo. Cheguei no final do labirinto. E um checkpoint. Um checkpoint. Se deu checkpoint, significa o quê? Que vai dar ruim. Tem munição aqui.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm.
Ah, tem pássaro também. Ah, porra, aí é fácil, né? Ah, não dá pra esquivar desses pássaros, porra. Ah, dá sim, dá sim, dá sim. Eu peguei uma garrafa de café. Caralho. Sai, pássaro. Aí. Pronto. Assim é mais rápido. Ué, não morreu? Agora morreu. Ui, que filha da puta, cagaço do caralho. Porra, cara, não tem mais munição pra ficar enfrentando vocês. Droga. Filha da puta. Deixa eu recarregar, fiado. Pronto. Eu só tenho a pistola mesmo, né? Então... Não tem... Opa, peraí. Não tenho muito o que fazer aqui. Eu acho que não tem nada, né? Até só dar a mesma volta, no caso. Pensei que tinha alguma coisa. Pensei que tinha alguma coisa aqui. Pensei, mas não tinha, não tinha. Porra, Alan, tu já tá cansado, velho? Porra. Como assim, velho? 1/12. Não é a 12 que eu gosto, mas tá valendo.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Doideira. Checkpoint. Tem nada pra cá, nada pra cá, então... Vamos pra lá. Vamos lá. Filha da puta, que susto do caralho. Ah, porra, mas aí é fácil, né? Tacar pelas costas. Vai tomar no cu, filha da puta. Ah, se fuder, caralho. Vou pra atacar pelas costas, eu também ataco. Aí é fácil, aí é fácil. Aí é easy. Se o Alan não cansasse tão rápido. Desgraça! Não morreu? Não sei, desapareceu. Mais um manuscrito. Para nossa alegria.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Belezida. Oi? Foi mais um. Caramba. Tomara que dê coisa boa. É. Não é de se negar, né? Emil made Tom do it. Porra, cara. Esse labirinto é... Ó, que filho da puta, cara. Pô, tem um do meu lado. Ah, que arrombado. Caralho, não? Cadê? Pau. Tudo caralho. É isso aí. Não tem nada pra cá. Pensei que tinha, pensei que tinha. Mas vai que tem, né? Mas vai que tem. Acho que não. Acho que não. Oi, tem sim. Aí, ó. Se eu não procuro. Se eu não procuro, eu não acho. E se eu não acho, eu fico bravo. Como é que é? Recarregar. Beleza. Tá de belezinha. Pra cá. Se o Alan não cansasse tão rápido, seria uma maravilha. Epa, save. Eita, coisa pra caralho. E agora o sino começou a tocar. O que significa que deve ser o que? Umas 3 horas, eu acho. Ou 4. Ai, ferrou. Essa parte é chata.
Ow! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry,
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry, I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Legal.
hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it! Gotta be here!
Ô, filha da puta. Isso mesmo. Misericórdia. Pô, tem uma parada lá em cima, cara. E eu quero descobrir o que que é. Porra! Fala, meu povo. É o manuscrito.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Oxe, meu Deus. Os caras estão tudo lá na porta, não sei porquê. Eu acho que eu tenho que ir pra lá agora. Porque os caras estão tudo lá. Tem um doido aqui. Deixa eu ir pra lá. Eu acho que eu posso passar direto, né?
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah, Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
E então é isso, galera. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Lá se foi mais um vídeo de Alan Wake. E eu vou ficando por aqui. Realmente, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Não esqueça de avaliar. Se possível, deixe seu comentário. Até meu próximo vídeo. Fui!